Hi everyone, welcome back to Beyond the Pit Lane. Today we are joined with a very special guest, Eleanor. Would you like to introduce yourself and just tell them a little bit about you?
Hi guys, I'm Eleanor. I do F1 TikToks, bit of everything to be honest. Talk about my opinions on F1, mostly McLaren content if I'm honest with you. But yeah, I'm kind of taking the mick out of a few of the drivers, but you can see that on the account.
Okay, so we start off with our first question. How did you get into F1, and was there like any pinpoint moment where you remember getting into it and starting watching it?
Yeah, so my parents have watched it since they were younger. So I grew up watching it. But the first time I really remember it was the first year of Lewis being in F1. And my mum was like, this guy, he's my favourite. And from then on, I just got really into it. I don't know why it was that specific day, but it was.
Right, second question is, who is your favourite driver currently and who's your favourite past driver?
See, that's a difficult one. It changes on a daily basis between Lando and Daniel. But at the moment, until Daniel gets his groove back, I'm going to have to say Lando. It has to be. He's doing incredible at the moment and he's pushing himself way further than Daniel is at the moment. And I don't know whether it's just that I don't know what he's doing, but I love Daniel anyway. I will always love Daniel.
I'll have to pray for a Daniel podium at some point over the next...
Yeah, of course.
Third question, what is your favourite or dream road car that you want to have?
Oh, it's between two. I've got the RS3, so the Audi RS3, and you can't decide between any of the McLarens. I quite like the McLaren Senna or the McLaren 720 or the 720S. Either one of those, I would absolutely love to have.
Fourth question, what made you decide to start posting on TikTok?
I don't know. I honestly could not tell you. Yeah, I have no idea. I think I saw there's a guy on TikTok called Luke Howick, and he does F1 TikTok, and I think I just posted a response to his video one day, and I was like, oh, I actually quite like putting my opinion out there, and it just grew from there.
But as a bit of a follow-on question, because I followed you first. I remember you popping up on my feed page and you were at 2,000 followers, and I saw you from South Wales, and I was like, oh my gosh, somebody else from South Wales. So I followed you then, and now we're 28,000 followers later, and we're here. So how has it been for you growing pretty quickly on F1 TikTok? Because there's not too many people out there who are growing quite as quickly as you are.
It's been quite weird. I've had quite a few big names follow me within the car scene and within the F1 scene, and then obviously having McLaren comment on my video on my birthday, that was absolutely incredible. So to be noticed by all these people is just what is going on? Genuinely, but in a day-to-day life, not much has changed. It's not one of those things that I go out and people know who I am, so it's not been a massive difference. But just knowing there's all these people that follow my account, I'm like, what do I do with them now? What am I meant to do?
Well, the next question is, what is your favourite track on the calendar this year?
They keep changing them, don't they? It's got to be Monaco. Monaco's always my favourite. They've taken Australia off, so I can't even say that one. And you got to love a good Silverstone, haven't you? Can't beat the Silverstone.
Okay, next question. What is your favourite F1 livery of all time?
Of all time? This one. You got to go for the Golf. That was absolutely stunning. Or the old Vodafone one. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful.
Every person we've asked so far, we've had the same response about the Golf livery in the last, since they've had it.
Yeah, no, it's really nice livery. I'm quite disappointed they didn't keep it on for the rest of the year, but I think it would have been a lot of upkeep to it to do that, given how much they'd already spent on the livery this year.
Have you been to any motorsport events?
I don't think I have. I think my mum took me to one of the Grand Prix when I was a baby, but technically no, because I don't remember it and I was a baby, so no. But I'm hoping to go to a few next year. If obviously everything clears up within the COVID situation, then I'll be going to a few next year, hopefully different countries as well.
Well, another bit of a follow on then. If you could go to any race on the calendar, which would you go to?
Oh, definitely Monaco. You gotta love the vibe with Monaco, haven't you?
Who is like your biggest like inspiration in motorsport?
Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to be called out so much on this, but probably has to be Lewis because I've grown with him. Like when I was 6, he first came into F1 and I've watched him grow and come out of his shell. And although, yeah, I don't agree with everything he does, I don't agree with all his opinions and everything, he backs himself, you know, and that's how you have to be in that world. Like you have to back yourself. So I would have to say Lewis, but at the moment, Lando is quite inspirational to me. Like he's come from this rookie that just absolutely incredible driver, getting podiums most weekend now. Like that is very, very. I don't know.
Okay. If you could drive for any team in any championship you want, what would it be?
It'd have to be McLaren. Like die hard McLaren, you know.
Yeah. If you could put any 2 drivers in the same car, like old drivers or new, which 2 would you put in the same car?
That's a good question.
Each
You'd have to go for Lewis because he's at the top of the game at the moment with the 8 championships. I'm torn between Senna and Schumacher. I think I'd have to go Schumacher, like to see, because obviously they were in such different eras, to see how they'd fare in a completely different car to Lewis and a completely different car to Schumacher. Like if you just put them in cars that weren't from either of their eras and see how they drove, like see who the real top dog is.
That would be an incredible team as well, like overall team.
Yeah.
So good. So my last one was, do you think we will have more female representation in the car community and motorsport?
I very much hope so. That's what I'm trying to encourage on my account. There's a lot of girls that obviously have followed me since I've started doing it. Like I've always been scared to talk about my love of motorsports because there's so many gatekeepers. And I know there are a lot of people in the car community. There's a lot of boys in the car communities that do encourage the girls to speak up, and their opinions on things do matter a lot as well. So if we have the people that are a lot more noticed within the car community putting down girls, like it's not going to go as well. But encouraging the girls is the issue. So it's starting it from a young age to sort of tell them, you know, it's okay for you to like sort of what is typically considered as a boys' sport. It is very much, you need to start it from a young age to have that. But I do believe it is growing in popularity between girls, or at least they're more vocal about their love of it.
Yeah, 100%. I think it is getting better. I think the amount of people now posting on social media and things about it is, we're getting there slowly, but we're all getting there.
Slowly and surely.
I think that's everything.
I was much quicker than, wow, we got through those quicker than I thought we would.
That's all right.
It's been so lovely to talk to you.
And you guys, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much for coming on. Did you want to, before you go, tell everybody where they can find you on social media?
Yeah, I've just got the normal, there is a link within my Instagram. So my handle is just Eleanor Bethan on everything, but there's a link in my bio on my Instagram that can take you to everything if you finding it like troublesome getting anywhere, but yeah.
Well, we'll make sure to link it down below as well. But thank you everybody.
Amazing, thank you guys.
Listening, and thanks for sending in the questions as well.
Thanks guys, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.